Hello, welcome back to Her Impact. I'm Gusane Hileos, and today we're going to talk about something that I think everybody on the planet loves, and it is rainbows. Now, I don't know how you feel about them, but I think everybody tend to feel, when they see them in the sky after rain, some kind of sense of hopefulness and happiness, and a sense of some kind of positive feeling about the world, about nature, about the future maybe. So rainbows actually, except that it's a physical phenomenon, is actually something that we love to see. Everybody are smiling when they see rainbow. We are taking like millions and millions of photos of rainbows because we love them. But what they actually are? Does anybody of us really know about rainbows and really facts about rainbows? What are they and how they occur? So, according to National Geographic, a rainbow is a multicolored, yes, we know that about that part, arc, of course, made by light striking water droplets. So it actually is the light that goes, the rays of the sun, let's say the light goes to the water droplets, and then that's phenomenal. We see these colors. And finally, we see a rainbow because of that. So it's actually produced when these raindrops strikes. We see them at a precise angle. So we don't see them everywhere, rainbows. We just have to see the strikes in 42 degrees specifically to see them. So that is actually fascinating. Imagine that. We see them in the 42 degrees angle, and we just see rainbow because of that. That is actually amazing. So rainbows by National Geographic again is, we can use them around fog, sea spray, waterfalls. So everywhere you see droplets of rain, of water. And it's actually not real, of course. It's an optical illusion. So really, it does not really exist in any way in the sky. We just see it. It's an illusion to our eye. The appearance of a rainbow, of course, depends on where you are standing and where the sun or other source of light is shining. So, we have all these chances to be and the position of us and the position of the sun, and we need the specific, possibility that we are in an angle and the sun is right, and we have a rain droplets everywhere, and that result of all these, factors is rainbow. So that is actually amazing. Imagine, how lucky we are. We're actually getting to see rainbows. So in order to see them, this source of light is actually behind the person that sees a rainbow. And in fact, the center of the rainbow is the antisolar point. So the imaginary point is exactly opposite the sun. The rainbows are the result of the reflection of the light, of the something called the refraction and reflection of the light on these raindrops, and that's why we see rainbows. So this phenomenon of reflection and refraction have involved in this change of the light wave direction. And that's why we see rainbows. So that's actually physics, a lot of physics afterwards, explaining what is refraction, reflection, and you have to be a physics actually to understand that. So let's see some of the facts, the fascinating facts about rainbows that you may not even know until today. These facts are described in the rainbowsymphony.com, a blog about rainbows. And number one, it says that you can never get to the end of the rainbow. Oh my God, you can? I thought it was gold at the end of the rainbow, but actually it's a myth. There's no gold. There is not even an end of the rainbow. So if you are the type that is hunting to get the gold, then you are gonna have, you're in big trouble. You have the disappointment of a lifetime because there's no end. So because the rainbow again is the observer, you, and the light, the sun, where you are moving, as you are both moving, the rainbow also moves. And that's why you will never reach the end of the rainbow. Another fun fact is that you can see a circular rainbow from the sky. Wow. So if you are in the sky, you see a circle, the rainbow, not just half the rainbow. So because, when we are on the ground, you see the classic semicircular rainbow. However, if you're flying with the airplane, you are looking down, you can actually see the rainbow as a complete circle. Oh, wow. That made me want to go up in the sky. I'm afraid of airplanes, but to see a whole rainbow, a circular rainbow, a circle of a complete rainbow, that will, do the trick and get me in the sky pronto. So another fact about rainbow is that you are less likely to see a rainbow in the winter. Okay, which is really strange because most rain happens in the winter. So why is that? Because of snow. So why is that again? A rainbow is a result of light passing through the spectrum, the light. That's why we see all these different colors in most cases. So therefore, having that light broken up and refracted again, the physical terms we read before, into individual colors, and that's why we see yellow, we see red, we see green. But in the winter months, temperatures in the upper atmosphere drops to freezing, causing the raindrops to freeze into snow. Okay, so in the winter, temperature is too low for the raindrops to do this effect because they actually are freeze into snow. And that blocks the light passing through them and prevent the appearance of rainbow. So spring, I guess, is the best, or autumn, the best time to see rainbows if you're chasing rainbows. Good to know. So another fun fact is that a double rainbow, have you ever seen a double rainbow? I have, and it's like stunning. Appears when the light is reflected twice in a raindrop. Okay, so you have twice the raindrop light through it, 2 times the same raindrop. Wow. And that's why we see double rainbow. So what actually happens is that a double rainbow occurs when the light is reflected twice in the raindrop, and you can see 2 different reflections that are coming from 2 different angles at the drop. At the raindrop. So the next time you see this cool phenomenon for yourself, take note that about the double rainbows, that the secondary rainbow which will be a little bit higher than the primary rainbow, will actually have its color reverse. Oh, really? So instead having starting red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, you will see the colors, reverse. So violet, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Oh, that's really interesting. Another fact is that number five, we are on number 5, is that Earth is the only planet in the solar system with rainbows. So if you go to Mars or anywhere else in the universe, you will not see rainbows. So only that makes me want to stay on Earth forever and never have to move to Mars or, other planets. They're telling us that we will go to the future. And I think I will not have the chance. So that will happen like maybe, thousands of years later. So it says about Jupiter has got hurricanes of gas, and Mars has got some frozen water, but Earth is the only planet of our solar system capable of creating rainbows, as far as we know. So maybe in the future we know more. Nobody knows. That's because Earth is the only planet that has got this liquid rain, precipitation is rain, and direct sunlight. And that's the two main ingredients we need to see rainbows. So another really great fact is that Greeks and Romans, so that's ancient times, believe rainbows to be a path from the gods, which makes sense. I mean, it's something really incredible to see in the sky. And if you don't know physics like we do now, we don't know how, before we didn't know how rainbows were formed, we could see them. It makes sense that, ancient people just think that something godly it was. So for Greeks, in ancient times, the goddess Iris, for Romans it was Arcus, was personified by the rainbow, with many works of art actually taking her form as a rainbow. So they thought it was the goddess. According to Greek mythology, Iris, the goddess of the rainbow, is the female counterpart to the messenger god Hermes. So they think Iris, the rainbow, was Iris, so it was the female version of Hermes, the messenger of gods. And will use her picture to scoop up water and bring it into the clouds in order to form a rainbow. Oh, that's so nice. That's so cute. Her rainbow then became a bridge between Mount Olympus, where the gods and the goddess live, and Earth. So it was like a bridge to gods and goddess and to Earth. And Iris, a female goddess, created that. That's really interesting to see. I mean, makes sense. A rainbow was created by a goddess, of course. Of course, now we know rainbows are not like that. They are not the bridge between heaven and earth, but it's a really great story, that's for sure. So the 7th fact about rainbow is that the longest observed rainbow lasts for nearly 9 hours. So the people could see rainbow for nearly 9 hours. Wow, that is really interesting because the average is less than an hour. But in 2017, students and professors of the Chinese Cultural University, located high in the mountains of Taipei, Taiwan, observed a rainbow for 8 hours and 58 minutes, so almost 9 hours. Before this event, the longest lasting rainbow was seen over Sheffield, England in 1994. And it was documented, of course, as in the Guinness Book of World Records. That one. So, yep, for 9 hours you can see rainbow if you're very, very lucky, I guess. But usually it's less than an hour, unfortunately. And number 8, which is the last fascinating fact about rainbows, is that no two people see the exact same rainbow. And that makes sense because, as we know, rainbows are not real. They're just illusion that our eyes see. And that's why, none of us can see the same one. Depending on the angle we are, the angle of the sun and all these factors, we see rainbow differently. So if you and somebody else, your friend, your family member, are standing next to one another looking at the rainbow, you are still not seeing the exact same rainbow. That's because a rainbow has no physical presence, of course. We said that it was an optical illusion. And the precise shape, arc, the white of the color bands will be slightly different according to the eyes of you and your friend and the beholders of the rainbow, which is really, really nice because that means every rainbow is unique to you. Wow. So these are 8 fascinating facts about rainbows that we love because that makes our eyes unique as well as other rainbows we are seeing. So that else is all about rainbows. I hope you like rainbows and the fascinating facts behind them. Hope you learn something about them. And the next time you see a rainbow, just feel a bit special because you and only you can see it like that. Nobody else. Thank you for being with me with another episode. I'll see you next time. Make knowledge your superpower. Cheerio.